Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes, part 2 of the reunion.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of screaming over each other. I have found it difficult to follow along at times.
Certain time, like especially when they brought out Jassi.
Yeah.
Between Jassi and Stacey and Jassi and Keiarna, you want to isolate the sound.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, fine episode.
Yeah. No, I think it was a lot of. My notes were like, and then they get into it, but that's basically a reunion. So
Right. I feel like in a nutshell, though, that, and I think this is consistent with how the entire season has been, is I just feel like everyone's trying to be messy. Like everyone's trying to have an issue that may not actually exist. Like
it doesn't seem like there's natural moments,
right?
You know, of like it's like I'm just pissed off to be pissed off. It really wasn't a huge thing. I had really forgotten about the Tia Jassi fight. I had forgotten about, so many things that they're like, oh, that happened. I'm like, oh, I guess that did happen. The Keiarna Wendy of it all, like, who cares?
Right.
Really. You weren't these best friends that like have this friendship breakup. It's not like Robin and Giselle like turned on each other. It's
right.
not that big of a deal.
Right.
And it just speaks to not being a cohesive group and not feeling as if you're actual friends.
Yeah.
So like not to compare to Salt Lake, but here I go compared to Salt Lake, they maybe not completely totally be friends, but like they are very cohesive in their dysfunction.
Yes.
And you just picture them like you make sense that they're friends. It makes sense that they're like together and hanging out.
I think again the things that they are having beef about have legitimate substance to it. Whereas like this, in this reunion they're trying to make, have people take accountability for things that never made sense in the first place.
Yeah.
And even now, when they give a non-explanation doesn't make sense. And it's just not satisfying.
Right.
It's like, Ashley being messy, like she never really accepts responsibility for any of it.
Really her feet are not held to the fire.
Right.
I think, yes, let's start with the whole Ashley being messy thing, because did she give a great apology to, it's funny how they show that scene from BravoCon.
Oh,
we were like, oh, we were there.
We were there.
Where she attempted to apologize and Wendy was not having it. I understand why she's still not having it, because Ashley's just not genuine. She starts shit to keep her job.
Yeah. To
make story happen. But it just comes off very annoying to people, and also to both the women and also as viewers, because it's like Ashley doing the same old thing.
And also on top of it, Ashley doesn't really have a problem with Wendy. It's not like what Wendy is doing or anything that is going on between them actually upsets Ashley.
It doesn't affect her.
Right. So she's just using it as a point that she can make so that she has something to talk about for the show.
Exactly. Just like when she brought it up at her show, whole Zen Wen and the pen, you just wanted to create a soundbite and a moment and something for TikTok, and because why else do people like focus on your show?
Right.
Certainly not for the singing.
It was not for the singing, that's for sure.
Poor Roberta Flack, already dead, and then this happens to her. So yeah, it's just she's just like Andy could have kept going on with the messiness, like the Wendy thing, the Charisse thing, which. It was funny how she said that Charisse went on a press tour because she did go on a press tour.
Right.
She was everywhere talking about how offended she was. But she was saying that she didn't totally believe it when Ashley said it to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she realized it was real, she was like, that's effed up.
Well, and she even said on the show, the clip that they showed, like, I have to digest this for a little bit before,
right.
So she laughed it off at the time, sure, but...
She might have just thought Ashley's just doing this for the show.
Right.
Or whatever. But then... to your Ashley, it's one thing for Charisse to say, I want you to marry my son, calling her daughter-in-law. It's quite another for it to actually happen.
Right.
So I can see that part of it. I don't know why I'm taking it for Charisse, because I like her more than Ashley in this instance. But I don't know. Just admit you're weird and you do weird shit, and to try to like cause a commotion. Right. And that's the thing is, like, if any of the problems she had with any of the other women were actually based in like something that truly bothered her, I would be like 100% more behind Ashley in all of this. But this is all stuff that she's just like kind of
not engineering, but she's just kind of like creating a problem where one doesn't truly exist. She's just pretending she has a problem with the way this or that is. And it's
the person who she truly had a problem with her, and who had a problem with Ashley was Candace. And that was a real nemesis situation. Like when they would go at it, that was real. Like, I do not like her. I've tried to start shit with her. I've tried to dig up things about her. You know, I supported Giselle in her I felt uncomfortable thing. You know, they truly did not like one another, and it made for interesting TV.
Right.
Whereas it's not the same thing with Wendy or even Stacey, and certainly not Angel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
not.
I do love that Angel was clocking in with Stacey and Wendy. They like had some weird alignment of like calling out Ashley, and it's the whole like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So it's like Angel may not like Wendy, could do whatever with Stacey, but when it comes to Ashley, like, we are insane.
We are united.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are a pyramid, Monique.
Yeah. A right side up pyramid.
Yes. A pyramid of Ashley hatred. I enjoyed that. Yeah.
You know, I forgot about her sister. You know,
I forgot about her sister.
And then the issues with her mom and everything continuing.
Ashley's sister and Tia's sister can like go somewhere because I don't care.
Just not relevant to Joe.
Do not. No.
Yeah.
When Angie said to Tia, the viewers are so touched. Who are the viewers? Are the viewers in the room with us?
Well, I thought it was funny as well when he said that, like, the viewer comment was so-and-so from Salt Lake. And so it does make me think that maybe there are people out there who have extended families and maybe have, you know, half families that they don't know about or they talk about later.
That's true.
And so that, like, I was like, but oddly, that comes from Utah, where the odds of there being a large extended family.
That should have been a second season story for Tia when we got to know Tia as Tia and not Tia and this conflict of my dad had another, you know, family because I barely know you and now expect me to like remember this sister.
Yeah.
You know, that's not doing it for me.
And they took us back to the whole comment about her husband being the nanny. And then
I forgot about that.
And everyone, they've said it before this episode. They were like, you know, oh, her husband like truly just disappeared for the second half of the season. It's like, he was in like one episode. Like, we made it seem like he was in the entire first half.
Right. Like he was suddenly,
yeah. I'm just like, what are you talking about?
No, he had been disappeared.
Yeah. It's basically Tia had X amount of screen time, and it's like you either want your husband on it or your sister on it, and she chose sister.
Right.
That's how it ended up going.
I suppose, like, I don't want to film. Sister's like, let's talk about our father and our long-lost sister.
Which it was interesting, I guess, but you're right. It was definitely more of a second season.
Yeah. It didn't have any, it didn't affect me at all. I was like, okay, that's nice, but why am I spending so much time, like, watching this lunch? As a viewer, you know, again, I barely know you, Tia, and now I have to, like, don't know her sister's name. Back
to Ashley and Charisse's son for a minute. I do like the way Wendy explained why it's not cool. I like the idea that, like, you know, once I know, like, if I know you as a child, like, I don't care how much older you get, like, you will always be a child in my eyes.
It's so weird.
Was Wendy's way of saying that, like, I don't really know this person or anything, but like if I were Ashley and I knew this person when he was 17, all of a sudden now that he's 27, doesn't make a difference to me.
Exactly,
you know?
You're right. She came on the show when he was 17, and to now be making out with him, is just weird.
But what weirded me out more is that clearly Stacey was trying to jump on that Wendy wagon and call it out for being so weird, and Stacey.
Choose your battles.
Yes, exactly. Her hollowness works in a lot of ways for her, but it did not work for her in this case. Like, her weird, like, kind of cardboard affect did not.
I don't need you to jump in on this. Wendy has it covered. You know, there's no need for
this
her.
is this sort of thing to be like all the pile on to, like, kind of, you know, put the punctuation on the sentence. It didn't work.
Well, and it was just, you know, when Ashley said that she had dated a congressman, and Stacey said, "Oh, that couldn't have happened."
And then Giselle being all like, "Well, I dated a congressman too," and
it's like, "Thanks for sharing, Giselle." Well, I love when Keiarna said, "You have such an interesting dating life. Why don't we see it?" Giselle was like, "Yes, I get the congressman wouldn't be on TV, but some man should
Right.
come on this TV show and claim you so you can stop talking about others and talk about your situation. I would love it and maybe like her a bit more if Giselle had a bit of an honest personal story. It doesn't have to be a man. This has to be something that, like, you know, beyond her daughters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's going to be. I don't
Or
think
if
it'll
it will ever be.
happen. But yeah.
Yeah.
But when she said, I'm an upstanding person, I was like,
Standing with a capital U or something. Like
yeah,
that.
capital U.
I'm like, okay.
She was so like, how dare you?
I thought it was interesting. I see that was part of the scene that they were all yelling over each other when Andy calls her out about dumping Josh on camera. Like the time
Stacey did it.
Stacey, the timeline of all that, because she made it seem like they broke up, but then were on camera, and like I don't understand how any of that worked. Did you get any of that?
She broke up with him. They talked off camera, like right after that scene ended.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I think she's willing to give it another try, but she's like, we need to do this on camera. And I don't think he was into doing that.
Got it. That was what they were trying to say.
Yes. And then Wendy said, well, it's convenient that you have this big moment basically and break up with him and then you're fine off camera.
Mm-hmm.
So whether or not he wants to share it, it just does seem you humiliated him.
Yeah.
As Stacey rightfully said.
Yeah.
For a moment, because what else did you have going on? If I was her, I would have kept dating him for the story.
Yeah.
Because then what does she do the rest of the season?
Yeah. What? Well, I mean, maybe she wanted it to be out there that she's single, and she wanted that to be her story. That like
she is so confusing. You know, 10 years later, I'm like, who is this chick?
Without Michael Darby, who is Ashley Darby?
It's not just that. It's just, you know, it's just like layers and layers of bullshit. It's like a bullshit lasagna for her.
But do you know who she is? She's a children's book author. That's who she is. The Wonderland.
I love how you remembered that.
Yeah. I just like how they're like pointing out, oh, and the little kid in a wheelchair. Oh, how diverse. It's great. You know, I was like,
I love that, Ashley.
Was it Wendy or Stacey who was like, what's the name of the black girl?
Wendy.
It is Wendy. And Anita apparently is.
Could be Cam. It was just so bizarre. I just so happen to have a mock-up of my book.
Yeah. Well, let's see if that goes anywhere like G&A did.
Maybe it's on their website. We should check.
I almost said TNA. That's a whole different
genre.
Very different genre. But no, it'd be cute. Like, if Ashley does actually put that book out, I mean, more power to her. I hope it's a cute thing.
Yeah.
So
no, yeah, I'm not dissing the children's book. That's just rude if I would do that.
No, I'm here for it though. If you do,
diss other things with Ashley, you know, but
so
good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
And it's based on her son, so you can't trash talk that.
Well, it's about their adventures, so you know she's probably
It's like Deep Dylan.
She's gonna make a lot of that shit up anyway. So you know, but it's fiction. I hope. Anywho,
the Keiarna.
See, again, another thing that like I don't think there was ever a problem there for them to be making such a huge deal out of. Who cares whether Greg's going to propose to her or not? Like, who gives two shits about
Not America,
right?
I tell you, but that thing with the frame, she thought she was being cute and like trying to like own it, and it just seemed.
I really like picture frame.
It was cringe.
Yeah,
I know you're not supposed to say cringe anymore.
Why not? That's
what Gen Z. What is it? They're saying you can't say cringe anymore. It's cringe to say cringe.
Oh, it's the first I'm hearing of that. But I'm also old and have had a very long month.
Yes.
So, yeah, the whole thing, it did not land. When she reached behind her, I was like, oh God, what is this?
What receipt is this?
Yeah. And like I know she was going to try and like read what was on there and they cut her off before she got to read the little note.
I'm sure she probably tried, just like with her, what was that? It was all blurred, but it was the room that she and Wendy were in.
Oh, yeah.
And then Wendy brought up the photo. This is a picture of us hugging, and that whole, that friendship breakdown.
Well, it was
just like,
I think it was interesting to see the context of the room they were in, because when they went through this the first time originally, I thought they were like in some convention center, like they were in a ballroom and like at the Grand Hyatt or something, and Wendy was up on stage and didn't see her. But so Keiarna's point was, it was a small room. It was someone's like staircase. It was someone's front entryway, basically, is what it looked like, their entrance hall. But again, it's such a dumb thing to be.
Because it's also she said of, well, I was on stage. Well, you still could have waved to me. Well, I hugged you afterwards. No, you didn't. Here's a picture. Here's a small room.
Yeah.
It's just, but it's a nothing burger fight.
It's such a nothing burger fight, especially because like what I think this is what we talked about the first time when they brought it up was, what am I supposed to be on stage addressing the room? They go, hey girl, how's it going?
Right.
There's my girl Keiarna.
Right.
Like, that's just
shout out to Kay.
Right. That's like unnecessary and uncalled for, especially in a professional, situation.
Right.
So
I don't remember what the whole gathering was for.
I don't think they ever said. It was just some speaking engagement or something.
Okay. Can they not say? Like,
maybe not.
Is it like that friend of TJ's who they have to bleep her name?
Yeah, every time. So, yeah, again, there's just all this drama that really never came from anywhere actual. Like, it's so watching a reunion about it, you're just kind of like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, even the back and forth with Stacey is just,
Yeah.
I don't really care. I think it's good that Stacey said, I should be better with my words and not call another black woman aggressive. This is after Kay called her a black Karen, but then said, but she should act accordingly in public. That was very much like a mom scolding moment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, they made that whole thing about Mauricio and that was just dumb again.
I don't think Stacey was going for Mauricio. I don't think Ashley was seriously going for Mauricio.
No, I don't think so either.
I think Giselle fears the wrath of Kyle Richards.
As you should.
And Erica Jane, she's like, yeah, I don't want that heat from Erica Jane. Like Erica's going to take off her pony and be like, look, girl. Don't mess with Kyle's man, honey.
Erica could do some damage with that ponytail. So then I think the other thing is that, Jassi comes out at this point, right? Is that what ends up happening?
Jassi and her 3 dress handlers.
That was a lot of dress.
I liked the dress by the end of it, but it was also a lot of dress.
It made me feel like it would have been more at home on Dubai.
Oh, it was very Dubai. Yes.
Yeah, because it wasn't couture enough to be that involved.
No, it was like couture by the way of pageants.
Yes.
By the way of Mardi Gras.
Yes.
By the way of the Rose Bowl.
Yes. Well, and because there was the roses kind of trying to escape the dress, hanging off the side, and it made me think, how much pipe cleaner is in that?
And, wiring to make them,
just to make that. And so
I think they're real roses too.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, see that's kind of neat. I didn't translate
that was
real roses to me, but yeah,
get the rose bush, put it on my dress.
And you didn't like her hair. You didn't like.
I didn't. It could have been a better wig. Her hair looked great the entire season, and then it was weird.
It was swooped back, and yeah.
It was not good hair to match the grandeur of the dress.
Yeah.
It should have been something else.
So I think one of my issues all season with Jassi has been when she comes for people, the intensity just does not match the
crime.
Yeah. The punishment does not match the crime at all for any of it, because she just starts unloading.
It's just like the finger is,
yes,
I'm going to point it through
and
her.
Everything she's saying is said with this sort of "I got you" sort of moment. When it's like, what
are we getting?
What are you getting? How does that get me?
Yeah,
how does that
like you? But I think you're just throwing shit out there and nothing's sticking, and it's just you're really amped up.
Yes,
not aggressive, just amped up.
Yes,
in a way you don't need to.
And I think it would land so much better if, again, we had a very clear idea of what the problem was in the first place.
Right.
But she's just coming out guns a-blazing to be like, and here's how I got you. And it's like, but about what?
I think although Stacey won't allow herself to get got, that's the closest she has, because Wendy's backing it up of, you were not going to go to that wedding until everyone else did. You didn't really give a crap about Jassi. Let's just say it. You weren't that great of friends, but then when you saw that Ashley and I were coming, then you decided to go.
Right.
If you just own that one thing, then it's because she needs to own one thing.
Yeah, and I think then Jassi could move on.
You can't lie about everything, Stacey. Again, I don't care that you're lying, but it's just kind of annoying to just not fess up and be like, you caught me.
Yeah,
guys, this one thing you caught me.
We watched it on Peacock, so we got the uncensored stuff.
Oh,
I did like it when they cut to her, Jassi in the car, and she just turns to Stacey and says, "Are you fucking dumb?" It's just so rare that you hear someone just so plainly accuse someone of just like, "Excuse me, are you effing dumb?"
It just lands so much harder.
Yeah, it was very nice to hear. I was like, yeah. And right there is why I'll support Jassi coming back for another season.
Like, she definitely has, the energy might be misdirected, but it's, it's something.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I think the fandom and everyone would agree, I would rather have Jassi full-time than Keiarna full-time.
Keiarna should not be full-time. Keiarna is total friend energy.
Yeah.
Very small friend energy.
Yeah. And, I think the guesses people made is that, like, there was a settlement from the Sesame Street accident. That
accident?
Incident.
She accidentally punched her in the face.
The incident that happened. They're like, okay, let's give you a contract for that.
Well, it was also, Karen leaving and Mia leaving. True. There was too much upheaval, and they were like, you know what?
Yeah.
Karen is here. Let's see how this
keep that going.
Keep that going, yeah.
Yeah. Did Angel have some screen time?
Aside from trying to throw darts at Ashley, yes, when Monique comes out.
Oh, yes, that's true.
So it's a fresher, newer Monique who would tell her past self to calm down. And she lost 350 pounds.
Yes. So Monique's dress, which...
that was a dress?
Yeah. The upside down pyramid dress. The problem I had, and you and I both said it, is it looked like an art project. With the flashy cardboard triangle on the front.
Her kids did that the night before.
It looked very much like one of those challenges on Project Runway, where they like have to go to the art and craft store, and they found, I found this shiny cardboard.
It was like sexy Power Ranger too, with the thing around her
leg.
Yeah. It was just
she looked amazing.
She's a gorgeous woman.
Hearing her explain the pyramid of it all made her hair make more sense, because her hair was pyramid shaped as well.
Hair was great. Makeup was great. Gorgeous color on her.
Yeah.
It was 5 different directions. It was art project. It was Power Ranger. It was, I don't know.
And she still looked good, but it was, I think, just too much going on.
Too much. It was just, where does my eye go?
Do you know when I said this and you never had a response while we were watching? You know whose color is not red?
Giselle.
Giselle, I think that something with her styling and her makeup and that dress, she's not looking her best in that.
The hair wasn't great, and
something's off with her makeup.
Yes.
And then I just think that the red, I don't know, maybe just something's not working with her.
Everyone says like she does that off that one shoulder too much. It just, no.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, because you think about her yellow reunion look, she looked great. That silver one, she looked great.
Yeah.
I just think red might be a little too harsh on her.
Right. And I think she'd have the hair pulled back. It just, I don't know, it needed maybe an updo. It just
something different.
Something different, because it just was not flattering.
Yeah.
Yes.
While we're on Giselle, we did learn about her father's will being settled.
Her evil.
Yeah. The fact that his evil wife, I was like, well, that's some words.
Yeah.
I did look up that there's the park in Houston. It's not open yet.
But they're building it.
But they are building it, yes. Mm-hmm. So it's supposed to have been completed in 2024, but seeing as this was filmed in 2025 and hadn't been completed yet, clearly. But apparently, from what I could find, it was actually started in 2020, the whole idea of it.
Oh, then COVID hit.
And then COVID hit, so that's probably what the delay is.
Passed away.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, the history that she has there, that, her father being a prominent civil rights leader, is just very interesting, to me.
Yeah. Giselle. But back to Monique coming out.
Yeah, so fresher Monique, happier Monique. I like to go into why her husband put out a cease and desist.
Oh,
she should the night before he put out a cease and desist.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe we'll find out about that next week.
I think when the Angel part of things, I get what she was saying, but just to throw that out there in the Housewives world, and that Angel's husband reminds Monique of her husband. What did you think that was going to do?
Right.
You know? And when Wendy and Giselle said, who's talking about it? And it's like, the viewers. Because when you throw that out there, then you're looking like, oh, is Bobby too controlling? Oh, why can't Bobby take care of the kids? You know? But I don't think he deserves that. And Angel, one thing she's going to do is stick up for her husband.
Right.
I think is great. And I think one thing I do believe is I think they're very happy. And I understand her being pissed off that was questioned by Monique saying that.
What was interesting, though, is that during the reunion, Tia and Keiarna both jumped to be like, when we were there at the house, Bobby did everything.
Yes.
Where was that energy during filming? Like when this came up, when Monique was bringing this up in the other car, and like it never really happened.
Well, because when she confronted Monique about it, it was a very short confrontation, I feel like.
Okay.
No, Angel talked about it in the car, and then I think she might have said something to Monique's face, but
right.
it didn't get really addressed until now. But for me, Monique to sit back there and be like, you know what you did, and you know that's been done to you by that chick two doors down on the couch with you. Okay.
Yeah.
So why would you put that out there? Angel's rightfully pissed. And Monique was looking at her like, you're crazy. And it's like, no, she's not crazy.
Right.
I think maybe, Angel is a bit lost and there might be some postpartum issues there, and just a lot of upheaval and like Colorado and being on the show and
and just being misunderstood by the women altogether.
Right.
Like it was interesting.
Yeah.
She said, "I wish I'd put my more fun and bubbly self forward," but
she didn't get a chance to like express that. But I think her one safe space is her husband. So questioning that really would understandably piss her off.
Yeah.
And Monique shouldn't have gone there. So.
What's on Monique's phone?
It seems like, is it like a sex tape? Like, because she said, you'll probably be able to show it, but on TV.
Right.
But I'll show you here.
Well, she even said you won't be able to air it. So I think that she was even expecting that, like, once she pulled the phone out, that whole thing would.
They were just like.
Right. They just like
a whole blurb. There's no phone.
Right.
It's just like
it's gone.
Yeah.
Or that they would just have to edit the whole scene out because there's just something completely, off base about it. But they're leaving it in.
Along with the cease and desist. Like it's probably a picture of Stacey and Chris.
Right.
And he would not allow that because it's his image, so they won't be able to show that.
Right.
Because he'll never sign off on it.
But they showed the other one of him at the.
So maybe it's something that's like they're closer.
Oh.
Maybe I don't know. That's what else could have been sent to her that would relate to Stacey and Chris.
Because that is a bunch of BS. When on that producer cam, Stacey did say we did see other people, and Chris was one of them. Like, and again, if Stacey just needs to admit one thing. She could say, "Yeah, that does sound like I said we were seeing each other." That's all she needs to admit. But she's like, no, but that's not what I meant. And it's like, but that's what it sounds like you said. Can we agree to that?
You forgot there were cameras and there was a producer cam and you got caught in this lie. So just say, no one's saying you slept. Well, people are saying they slept together. But just say we went on one date or we were in a group date, but just, but I wasn't feeling it. Neither was he. And nothing really came of it.
Right.
Just give a little bit and then people can't, do anything else with it.
Right.
But to give nothing, they think you're just a big old liar.
Well, because it goes on with this whole thing, goes back to TJ and they have like,
yes.
She clearly that made was such a BS relationship was like, oh, and we're best friends and we've never slept together. And it's like, okay, like just so much didn't add up about that. Like people just want Stacey to say something truthful.
Right. I'd be very curious if Timo sticks around and is with her in the next season. I hope so, because I like to see that dynamic. Although how much she'll be on camera remains to be seen.
Right.
But if she can just say like, look, this is stable. We're actually together. We're happy with our daughter. And then they can't really say anything else because now we've moved on from the Chris Samuels, from the TJ situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
But yeah, she's got to own something.
Well, she's going to keep trying not to own anything, I'm pretty sure. Pretty darn sure.
Like we're going to come out. Own it.
So have we missed anybody?
No.
Everybody.
I think next week it'll probably be Karen in Colorado.
Yeah, that sounds like it will be the rest of the situation.
Pretty much getting into like those things and like whatever's on Monique's phone.
Yeah, so it'll be Monique's phone, Karen, and then it's end up being
Wendy.
Oh, yeah, it'll be Wendy, and then it's going to be Giselle and Angel going back and forth about Colorado is what it's going to end up being, because Giselle will be like, oh, no, honey, we're going to,
Well, in the preview, she says, like, boo, tomatoes.
Oh, right.
It's like, when Angel just, just wants to just...
jump across that stage. Yeah.
Not that she can make it. I mean, they're all so strapped into those dresses. You'd probably be like, wait, I'm going to get you.
5 days later, she finally makes it across the stage.
I was surprised when Keiarna hopped up like that. I'm like, oh, you're not weighted down like everybody else.
Yeah, when she flipped over to look over.
That was hilarious. And what if it would be funny if the thing adjusted?
She just swirled it around. Now my other shoulder's exposed.
She likes architecture.
Well, that was a good, I guess you're right. That's a pretty good second episode of Reunion. Yes. You've convinced me.
Yes, I'm freaking in. I'm looking forward to the end of the season.
Yes.
Not that it's been a horrible season. I just ready to wrap this up and move on to something new. Every year I do it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Then we're just going to have Beverly Hills, and that's it for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So
God knows when Atlanta's coming back.
I know, right? Although we were teased it, weren't we?
I need a trailer. A trailer should be coming out this week.
Every time you say that, a trailer comes out that week. So I bet you.
But it's never the one we want. It's either Rory,
right,
or Valley, or some.
Oh yeah, that Valley trailer. That one thing went on forever.
That was half the season. That was the mid-season. The first.
I know. I was at work, or was at work. I was at work, and I was like, I can't watch this. It's just watched half the damn thing. I'm like, there's still another 3 minutes of this thing. What the hell?
Did Zach get hit by the street?
Well, when I finally watched the rest of it, I was like, yeah, let me see that. I mean, not that it's just like when you see someone get kicked in the nuts. It's funny.
It was very TikTok of, I was on this double-decker bus, and then, oh, crap, I'm bleeding now.
Yes. So anyway, but yeah. Only one Housewives for a little bit. It'll give us some time to catch up. It's been a long month for us.
February's been a long month. Yeah,
I'm gonna have a hard time in March because I've taken so much time off in February that
you have a bajillion hours of PTO.
I do, but I can't keep taking it. Works to be how come you're never here? So I need to actually start going to work on a solid 5 days a week instead of just being I don't want to go today. That sort of thing. So.
Well, it hasn't been that many because there was President's Day in there too.
True.
So I think you've really only taken 3, maybe 4.
I've taken 4, but then there was also I found things out on a Friday. I was I got to duck out early. I was doing a lot of ducking out early, but with their blessings. But
you've gotten things everything you need to be.
Everything I need to get done is done. But a lot of what I do is dependent upon me having nothing to do. So I kind of stir shit and figure out what can be fixed. So I need some downtime to get my work back to.
This is a random question, but you do know the song "I Have Nothing"?
No.
The Whitney Houston song for The Bodyguard.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I know that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why does that come up?
Because I have nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what made me think of that. And I was like, does he know this song? It's like a Watch What Happens Live game. Is Scott going to know this song?
There's a lot of songs from Jeff's youth that I don't know.
Yeah.
That I'm always surprised. A lot of it, I'm like, what in the world would you think I know that song? But no, most Whitney Houston, I think I know.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you start asking me Coolio songs, I'm like, no, I don't.
Well, there are not that many of them.
But you'd think that I'd know them then, but
right.
But that's just my example. I don't know a lot of hip hop R&B. I just don't.
But sometimes you'll bring out, Buffalo Soldier.
Buffalo Stance?
Buffalo Stance.
Oh, well, yeah, that was such a big popular song, though.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we can turn it around. I'll start asking you Depeche Mode songs, and you'll be like, I don't know that.
I don't know that, but it sounds familiar to me.
Probably.
It's like that JFK Jr.
Oh, God.
Blue show, the jukebox musical, where I'm like, oh, I do know that song. I know that song.
Yeah, we've been watching the JFK Jr., what's it called? Love Story
on
FX. It beats you over the head with the 90s. It's hey, did you know it take place in the 90s?
It's like those commercials. Hey, remember the 90s?
Every commercial break comes back to like a song that like, okay, this was 1994.
Right. It's like, I know what you do.
See, that
it's
song
like just sort of like walking down the street.
So that song I know, but if you ask me like who sang it, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Michelle and Digga and cello, I think.
I'll take your word.
Yeah.
So should we talk about this next time?
Until next time.